The opponent concedes, and this deck is awesome, man. Wow. Hello and welcome, AQ here, and today we have another episode of Pokemon TCG Pocket, and today I did want to play Gyarados, the one deck that has been dominating the tournaments, or at least performing or outperforming our expectations ever since a couple weeks ago. And this version of the deck is probably the strongest, that include the Drugdigon wall. And that's a pretty strong and consistent strategy that allows you to build up your Gyarados and your Greninja on the back, while we try to tank some hits and pay back some damage with Rough Skin. So yeah, I haven't played this version yet, so I am happy to say that this is indeed one of the better decks in the meta right now. And it is not going to disappoint you if you want to get some easy wins. So before we get into the video, guys, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitch. And all this support allows me to keep producing this fun content for you and competitive content for easy. So yeah, thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Catch you next time. The whole point of the deck is to try to defend the Gyarados and have something to switch in that is not Gyarados, just in case they go for a Sabrina. So since we have actually we have two Ferokis here, this may actually be not that great, because if we can't find that Magikarp, we're gonna be behind. And of course we're going against a Pikachu EX deck. That's already like a bummer, but it is what it is. So the opponent can just straight up deal 50 damage here if they have only one mon, and they're gonna have 2 or 3, so they can one-shot our Ferokis. We're gonna need like a plan B for this, and I don't think we'll have enough time to set up a Gyarados unless we draw the Magikarp right now. So probably if we don't draw the Magikarp in the next 2 turns, we should probably just give up here, unfortunately. Let's try to get it here. Alright, I mean, that's something at least. So the idea is to try to survive long enough to get the Magikarp into Gyarados and one-hit KO that Pikachu, but I get the feeling that even if we do, we're gonna go down to a second Pikachu, which is not ideal, obviously, but so whatever we do here, we're going to go down to that Pikachu. Maybe if we can draw here the Drodion, we can at least wall one more turn. But we are behind already, so... yeah, they're gonna start hitting that Gyarados, unfortunately. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we have to go for the Missy here and get a double hit. That's the only way we even have a chance at this game. And we, of course, miss. Missy always fails when it's for you, right, guys? So, I mean... we're going to go down to 120, which is enough to survive one hit from the Pikachu, so that is at least something good, right? But no ideal, obviously. So we can leave and hit away if they go for this hit. Yeah, that's fine. So let's retreat and destroy this Sabrina. Now, it would be really nice if we can discard one energy from the Pikachu. It's not gonna make a big difference, but it's gonna be enough so that we don't have to worry about another Pokemon here. Nice. So we lost it on the Froakie, right? Yeah, that was unfortunate on the Froakie, but it's fine. They cannot attack here. If they attack here, they lose again, right? Because they're only gonna deal 110, assuming that they put another Pokemon down. And the opponent concedes. Nice! Off to the next one. Stall a little bit more and get a KO on my first Froakie. And just stall with non-X Pokemon until they have an answer for the Gyarados, but you know, they try at least. So we're gonna put down our wall and our Froakie. We might have the Greninja this game, it seems that we might be able to given what we have in hand. And we're playing against Charizard deck with probably Moltres, maybe Arcanine, and maybe even Ninetales, so we're favored in this matchup, obviously, but we cannot get to our Gyarados. We might struggle with just Water Shuriken. We'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe we can get the Magikarp here. That would be nice. They have to X-Speed here to start using that Storm next turn. And I think I'm going to just Pokeball first, see if we can get to the Magikarp. Nice. So I'm straight up going to play the Durigon here just to have something to replace in case they go for the Sabrina play. If they Sabrina us, we're just fine. We don't care. What I'm guessing is going to happen here is the opponent is going to try to build up a one-hit KO onto our wall with Charizard. And their second option would be to try to 3-energy the Moltres eventually and try to double hit us. But I don't know, that doesn't feel like a great display, you know? Does not feel like the greatest play. And the opponent concedes. Alright. What is up, my Brandon? And we're going first. Awesome. So one more time, we put our wall, Froakie goes down, and let's see what the opponent is cooking. It's a mirror match. Awesome. I like my mirror matches. We get Frogdeer. Can we get a Magikarp here? Yeah, we do get a Magikarp here. That is pretty cool. Do we get one energy? No, we fail miserably as usual. That's fine. Alright, your turn, opponent. So, we're gonna have to go one step at a time. We for sure need an answer to a Sabrina. Sabrina being one of the biggest issues against this deck. They play Misty here, but even if they get like 3 energy, right? Which they might, but of course they're gonna get it. It doesn't matter that much unless they're playing Vaporeon, because in the end, they cannot attack, right? Because of our wall. That is why this Pokemon is so strong, guys. We don't have to worry about the opponent attacking us early, at least. Like, they actually need a plan. They actually need a plan to set it up. And let's see. Hey, one more time if we can get that Misty going, but I want to keep it for next turn. Right now we're fine. So they do get their own Magikarp. Can they get energy here? Just for posterity, guys. I've missed the last 4 Misties, and my opponent has successfully gotten both in this game. Not saying there's something right here, but you know what I mean. Ah, come on, opponent. Come on, opponent, you were fine. Alright. Off to the next one. If you're struggling to decide what to play, this is a really good option. I would recommend this over Celebi and Mewtwo any day because it feels more consistent overall. And yeah, I would play either this or the fight deck to try to get my 5-win, guys. I'm sure you can do it, don't worry. So I know it's kind of a stressing event because there's a lot of RNG involved, but you know, it's fine. It's fine, right? So the opponent is playing this Chatot deck, which I've seen in several decks. I've seen Chatot in Gyarados, I've seen Chatot in Mewtwo decks. This is a Gyarados version, which makes sense. I'm gonna go for the Professor here, save Misty for when we have more information on what's going on with the opponent. And I'm gonna play this Rocky, so that the opponent is not getting any extra free cards here, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to endanger this Magikarp, but the opponent has no way to interact with it, right? I'm gonna go for it, just for the very low chance. Just for the very low chance of us getting a 2 Energy Misty next turn. If we get a 2 Energy Misty next turn, which is unlikely, it's a 25% chance, but if we do, we have a one-hit KO on our hands right away, so we are of course gonna try to go for that. That's pretty cool if we can get it. The opponent would need to play 2 more cards here to be able to Mimic. At least Mimic successfully. I guess they can replace their hand if that's what they need. I mean, since they don't have any Magikarps, they're probably going to replay their hand. The whole point of a Chatot is to get those Magikarps going. I still don't like this version of the deck better than the wall one, but, you know, it makes sense to me why people would like to play the Chatot version. Gives you the confidence to at least get the Gyarados every single game. It's just that there is an extra water investment you have to put into that Chatot to be able to pull it off, so... the opponent's gonna draw 4 cards here. That's fine with us. They're probably gonna get their Magikarp, so... Brigadier comes right from the top, so we're gonna get their Ninja here. Okay, so here comes the Misty. If we can get a Misty here to proc twice, we'll get a single hit KO. We get 1. We get 2! Oh, guys, it's my lucky day! It's my birthday! It's my birthday! Not really, but it's gonna be soon, though. Just saying, it's gonna be soon. And we are going to stop the opponent from doing any more Mimics for the rest of the game and hit them with a Worry Ball. We're going to lose that energy, but we're honestly okay because we can replace it next turn and we are good to go. The opponent is in a really uncomfortable position. They need double Pokemon here to be able to withstand the next hit and be able to come back. They also don't have enough time to build up their energy, so they're probably gonna be losing this game like a 95% amount of the time. They still have a chance to come back, but they need to be lucky with a Misty. I don't know if we're running Misty as well, so I know. It could be unlikely. Well, we got lucky ones, man. I mean, I've missed my last 4 to 5 Misties, so we had to get one lucky hit at some point, right? And this was it. This was it for sure. So the opponent could just X-Speed here to get some damage on the Gyarados, but they're so far behind it's probably over. At this point, it's just straight up over, guys. And they go for the Frogadier, which makes sense in this circumstance. They don't know we have our own Ninja, so... You know, it's... Oh my god, and we even get another one. I mean, we don't need to use Misty here, guys, but you know what they say, if you're gonna do it, go all out, right? So we're gonna Misty on our other Gyarados here. Because it's just funny. We missed, that's fine, dude, that's fine, it's fine, no, not a big deal there. And we're just gonna Water Shuriken that Hypno before we send the big hit. And send the opponent packing to their last turn, most likely. I don't see how they can come back from this position, guys. If they Sabrina us and we... I mean, we can just bring up the Greninja and they're just buying 1 extra turn, so... If they Sabrina us, they can get 1 extra turn, that's about it. That is about it. that also is something they can do for sure. So they're gonna try to stall. The question is, does that even make a difference here? And the answer is no. The opponent concedes. That was a fun game. We got some luck, but you know, it is what it is. We're off to the next one. But we could get unlucky. We'll see what happens. We go second, but that means we get the opponent, the first energy, and match is on. So, let's spray the Froakie. We only have that, right? And we have one Pokeball, so we're not that bad. As long as I can get our wall here, or a Magikarp, we're fine. What I'm worried about is if we get the second Froakie with this Pokeball. We cannot, okay? That's real good. So let's get that wall, please. I think that's better in this circumstance. That's also fine. And finally, we're going to Professor here. Alright, so we're in a really rough spot because the opponent honestly could just straight up go for a red card here, and we would probably be losing the Gyarados evolution. But, you know, maybe this version is not running red card, not everyone's running. I actually have seen less red cards ever since they released the mythical expansion. So maybe they don't even have one. They're gonna go for 20 here. I'm happy to just triple evolve. And if we get a wall, put it in front. We don't. So the opponent cannot find their Celebi. It should be coming at any point now, but if they're this far behind in terms of energy, we're honestly gonna be able to just straight up... this should be enough to get their Celebi, right? Yeah, sure is. They're gonna retreat into it. And now the game is gonna get interesting for sure. If we get this Misty, if we get 1 or 2 energy here, we're gonna be ahead. Where we fail Misty, that's fine. Now, we could aim for the second Snivy just to get that extra point and pressure the opponent, instead of trying to go for what's gonna become a Serperior this next turn. And I think that's pretty much the best play we have here. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to sacrifice this Frogadier. Gonna have to go down for the cause. The opponent is probably going to retreat into Celebi, put the second energy, and place Repair, which is gonna give them 4 flips. 4 flips should guarantee Frogadier goes down, most likely. I'm actually intrigued that the opponent played a Sabrina here. Do they think they can get the 4 flips? The opponent seems confident they can get 4 flips. Hey, I respect that. Honestly, if the opponent gets the 4 flips, I respect that, bro. Like, honors to you. Mad respect for going for that risky play. That's 1. And the opponent gets 1 flip, so that is not gonna be enough damage, my friend. That is not gonna be enough damage, and you just put my Gyarados in front for free, so I don't have to expend any energy. And the opponent knows that his risky gamble didn't pay off and concedes, and we're off to the next one. We've hit once. Alright, The reason why we bring Magikarp is just straight up because we get the free energy if we can lash out, or leap out, sorry. Lash out. If we can leap out here, we get to conserve that energy, and we'll be okay. This Pokeball needs to hit something, though. If we don't hit something, we're in trouble for sure. We're in trouble. They have a Mewtwo deck, which is pretty strong against us, as long as they preserve the Mewtwo. I mean the Mew. And we got their wall, so that's pretty good. We're gonna play this for sure. We're gonna Pokeball here for sure. We're going to start with the Misty. And we're gonna fail miserably as usual. Which is fine. We should have played the other Druddigon, now that I think about it. But we could honestly draw the second... I mean, do we want to play anything else? Probably not, right? We should have played the other Druddigon, that was my mistake. But I digress. So with the Professor here, we're gonna be able to maybe hit that Gyarados. We'll see. We don't get to hit the Gyarados, but we hit the Frogadier, which is as good or even better in this position. So let's go for it and give the opponent the go. If they Sabrina us, we can always retreat into the other Druddigon and just start what a Shuriken that probably the Growlithe makes the most sense here to threaten a KO with the wall. They're switching into into Arcanine though, so we're gonna be in trouble now. Alright, so we're gonna need to Professor. And hit the Arcanine, so it's in kill range if they don't have a pot here, which they might, but even if they don't and they hit our wall, they'll be in kill range for the Gyarados. We have 6 cards in our deck. We have no more Professors. So if I run these numbers in my head, the chance of us drawing the Gyarados is pretty good here. It's a 32% chance to hit the Gyarados, right? So we can move with our other wall. We get the Gyarados though, and that is huge. The opponent concedes, and this deck is awesome, man. Wow, we're in a winning streak. We have like 7 games in a row now. Off to the next one.